Hi there people, it's Uberman UK. Well, today's topic we're going to talk about is the taxi test, the actual driving test. Now, it used to be done by the DVLA, but now it's changed to a private company. Probably DVLA being swamped with new drivers who want to pass their test, so it's going to outside sources. Now, what is a taxi test? Basically, it's just a glorified driving test. That's all it is. So if you've actually done, you must have done your driving test sometime in your life, hopefully. It is just like that, with a bit different. It's a bit more strict, obviously, because you're not a new driver no more. They want you to be an advanced driver. So what's it entail? Well, I'll be honest with you people, if you have not done one of these tests in many years, and you've got all these bad habits now. Come on, we've all got bad habits. I would brush up on this, people. Now, what I did 10 lessons with a qualified instructor who taught me how to pass my driving test again. Now, it's usually your mirrors checks and all signal manoeuvre and all that kind of rubbish, but you've got to do it. You've got to learn all this and do all these manoeuvres like. And I'll be honest, people, I've been driving for nearly 30 years. So it's 30 years since I did a test. I'll be honest with you, people. The last time I did a test like this was 30 years ago. And when I learned to drive a car. And then a few years later, I did a bus test. So I'm a bit rusty on it. I really am. So that's why I did a qualified instructor, which really helped me. Because first day I went with this qualified instructor, he said I failed within 5 minutes. Basically not doing my mirror checks. So you need to brush up on it. Now if you don't know what you're doing, go and see an instructor. I have got a friend, a personal friend to me who trained me to do this test. I did 10 lessons with him. Now if you want to know them details on that, he charges £25 per lesson for 1 hour. Or if you come to his address, he'll charge £15 using your car. Now, it's best to use your own car because that's the car you're going to use for your taxi test. Now, if you want to use his car, well, it's going to cost more. So save a bit of money, use your own car because you've got your licence anyway. And he'll sit in the passenger seat and he will show you how to pass your taxi test. You don't have to use the person I recommended. You can use any person, because end of the day it's mostly the same test as a standard driving test, except you don't have to do all these, for example looking under the bonnet or doing this hazard perception test. All it is they sit in your vehicle and watch you drive, and as long as you follow to the DVLA regulations on how to pass the practice driving test, you have no problem. You are only allowed 7 faults. After that, it's a fail. So please, the biggest tip, see an instructor, people. It really helped me. And I don't like to be big-headed about this, but I did 10 lessons with this gentleman, and I didn't get one single fault. Now, I dread to think if I didn't have an instructor with me, what would actually happen. But that's another test we have to do and get it over with. Now, manoeuvre wise, they only ask me to do a 3-point turn or to pull over next to the curb. Now they'll ask you to do this. Pull over the side of the curb, pretending you're picking someone up. So when you're stopping at the side of the road, you have to position yourself near the curb and not blocking driveways or parked right outside a lamppost, anything what could cause injury. Now, simple things like that. Now, come on, you know taxis don't actually do this in real life, but to get through this test, that's what we've got to do, people. So, bestest tip, get a qualified driving instructor. Thanks very much, people. It's Uberman UK signing out.